Hey guys! Welcome to today's Christmas game stream. We're gonna be playing Colin Thiel's Storm Boy the game. Let's go and play. Here we go. Yeah, I know nothing about it. It looks like there's going to be a bird in it. I wanted to play a bird story first, but it's not working with OBS, so I have to figure that out first. So we're gonna be playing Storm Boy today. Storm Boy lived with Hideaway Tom, his father. Okay. Can I... Years before, when Storm Boy's mother had died, he had left Adelaide and gone to live like a hermit by the sea. The only other man who lived anywhere near them was Fingerbone Bill, the Aboriginal. At first, Hideaway was afraid that Storm Boy would get lost, and so Hideaway looked for a landmark. One day he found a big piece of timber lying with the driftwood on the beach. "There," said Hideaway. "Now you'll always have a lookout post. You'll be able to see it far up the beach and you won't get lost." Some distance from the place where Hideaway and Fingerbone had built their humpies, the whole stretch of the Coorong and the land around it had been turned into a sanctuary. In the early morning, the tall birds stood up and clapped and cheered at the rising sun. Storm Boy felt the excitement and wonder of it. He often sat on the shore all day with his knees up and his chin cupped in his hands. Sometimes he wished he'd been born on any ibis or a pelican. Daydreams like this can last as long as you like. Oh, that's really cool. Can I swim on the... No. Giorgio, hi! How are you doing? That is so cool. But he just put his legs down. Oh no, not anymore. That's great to hear, Giorgio. I am enjoying this game. You can actually steer the bird left and right, but I can't land. I have to stay up in the air. But that is so cool. His father's voice roused him and he ran down to the beach to help dig up a bag full of big cockles for their own tea. Oh, 100 cockles is the limit per person. Find as many. Oh, I can walk. Okay. It said something about 100, right? I can't turn around. Okay, so there's a limit to where I can go. There. I don't think this is this, are those eggs? Those aren't eggs, those are seashells, right? No, I'm insecure about it, I don't know. But I think it's seashells. I don't think we can find 100 of them though. Like, I don't think there physically are 100. So close to 100 though. Oh, come on, let's hit the 100, please. Yes! Yay, you found all 100 cockles. Now I just need to figure out what cockles are. When Stormboy went... No, I wanna... When Stormboy went walking along the beach, or over the sandhills, or in the sanctuary, the birds were not afraid. They knew he was a friend. Hello, Mrs. Penguin, said Stormboy each day. How are your bits of thistledown today? But sometimes Stormboy saw things that made him sad. In spite of the warnings and notices, people heard the birds. One morning... Oh my god, I'm walking around too fast. One morning, Stormboy found everything in uproar and confusion. He heard a faint rustling and crying, and there, under the sticks in the grass of the broken nests, there were 3 tiny pelicans, still alive. Stormboy picked them up carefully and hurried back with them. Oh, I'm supposed to go back now? 2 of the baby pelicans were fairly strong, but the 3rd was desperately sick. It was 3 days before the baby pelicans was well enough to sit up and ask for food. And that was how Mr. Proud, Mr. Ponder, and Mr. Percival came to live with Stormboy. Aww. Aren't they adorable? Greedy pelicans will just keep eating fish. Ah, I'm supposed to drag it. Wait. How am I supposed to feed them? Ah, I can throw them. Oops. That is cool. That was such a good throw, though. At last, Hideaway spoke sternly to Stormboy. Mr. Proud, Mr. Ponder, and Mr. Percival will have to go back to the sanctuary where they came from. We just can't afford to feed them anymore. Time for respectable pelicans to get their own breakfast, Hideaway grumbled, instead of begging from their friends. And as time went on, he really meant what he said. Stormboy was sad, but he always knew when his father had made up his mind. Yes, Dad, he said. Hideaway sailed for 5 miles. Hideaway sailed for 5 miles up the sanctuary before he stopped the boat. Off you go, he said. Now you'll have to look after yourselves. Hideaway and Stormboy spent the day fishing. It was fine and sunny, but somehow it seemed cold. Mr. Percival! It's Mr. Percival! Mr. Percival has come back home. Aww. This is so wholesome. What did it say? Ever since the miracle of Mr. Percival's rescue, he has been Stormboy's favorite. Stormboy often had fun on the beach with Mr. Percival. Try swimming in different places to see what it's like underwater. Okay, I guess I can't go past these thingies. How do I see what's underwater? Ah, like this. Can I... Ah, with the mouse I can make him move. Get some air. Let's go down again. Oh my god, I love this game. Oh, there's no fish here. Here we go. Percival and Stormboy. Oh, now it's dark. No, now it's light again. Gotta do our initials. Here we go. Okay. Whenever he threw the ball or a smooth pebble or a sea urchin or an old fishing reel, Mr. Percival snapped it up and brought it back. Oh, we can play fetch. Play fetch with Mr. Percival for as long as you like. This game is awesome. Isn't he just so adorable? I know, right? It's a new type of dog. It's a bird. I love it. There he comes. If Stormboy went swimming or sliding down sandhills or playing on the sand, Mr. Percival found a good spot nearby and perched there heavily to watch and wait until it was over. Well, that's pretty cool. Not that you could actually evade anything with that view, though. One day, as Hideaway was watching them play, he had an idea. If he can bring things back to you, perhaps he can carry things away, too. It was the year of the great storms. They began in May, even before the winter had started. In the darkness of the early morning, Stormboy suddenly woke with Hideaway's voice in his ears. "It's a wreck," Hideaway said. "A shipwreck on the shore." "Look at them," Stormboy yelled. "We must help them. They'll be drowned." "How can we help?" said his father. "We can't throw a line. It's too far." Stormboy gave a great snout. Mr. Percival is the one to do it. He can fly." "Oh, the bird is gonna save the day." What? Mr. Percival, I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. You've done it! You've done it! Stormboy, Hideaway, and Fingerbone shouted together as Mr. Percival landed on the beach. You're a good, brave, clever pelican. Between them all, they slowly hauled the captain ashore and dragged him, pale and half-drowned, onto the beach. Saved, he kept saying weakly. Saved by a miracle and a pelican. You're a big, wonderful bird, he said. He looked up at Hideaway. When he dies, you must send him to the museum. We'll put a label on the case, the pelican that saved 6 men's lives. Hideaway looked around quickly. He was glad Stormboy hadn't heard the captain's words. For the rest of the year, everyone was happy. The storms went back to the cold south, the sun warmed the sandhills, and spring ran over the countryside with the new leaves and little bush buds. Before long, the open season for duck shooting came around again. From the start, Mr. Percival hated the shooters. He harried them whenever he could. Sometimes he just sat staring at them rudely until they grew impatient and chased him away. But most of all, he flew around and round their hiding places in wide circles like a cumbersome old airplane on patrol. Before long, the ducks understood Mr. Percival's warnings and kept away. The shooters grew angrier and angrier. And so it went on until one terrible morning in February. Don't shoot, it's Mr. No. His voice was drowned by the roar of the gun. No. In the world, Hideaway said, there will always be men who are just cruel, just as there will always be men who are lazy or stupid or wise or kind. Today you've seen what cruel and stupid men can do. And at 9 o'clock, Mr. Percival died. No. Oh. Mr. Percival, Stormboy whispered, you're the best friend I have ever had. And always, above them, in their mind's eye, they can see the shape of 2 big wings in the storm clouds and the flying scud, 2 wings of white with trailing black edges spread across the sky. For birds like Mr. Percival do not really die. Aww. But he died. What do I do with remember? Ah, okay. I can go back. Oh, I don't want him to die. Well, there's not really much I can do about that. But okay, well, the game was really beautiful. I just really hate the ending. I really, really hate the ending. But okay. Well, guys, this was today's game. I will be back maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday, depends, with more Christmas games. Have a great evening and see you later. Bye, guys.